everyone, it's Patty from Positively Vegas. After a very long COVID break, we're back because people are coming back to Las Vegas and you want to learn how to play these games before you get here. So I'm playing on a site called videopoker.com. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, just letting you know where you can go to try out the games before you get here, or if you're hanging out in your room and you want to try some games out before you stick your money in the machine and not know what you're doing. So this is another single card game, and I'm going to show you 3 different variations. This is called 2-4-6 way poker. Let me explain what a way is. A way is basically a group of numbers that you can play either alone or in conjunction with other numbers to win different combinations. So here you can see that you can win by getting combinations of A, B, and C, A and B, A and C, B and C, A by itself, B by itself, and C by itself. So this game is usually found at local casinos. I don't know if I've ever seen it on the Strip, but if you are in Las Vegas and you don't want to play on the Strip, you can go to the Gold Coast or the Orleans, and I believe they have it. Or if you want to venture out of Las Vegas into the surrounding areas, you can come over to Henderson, which is where I live, and you can go play at Green Valley Ranch, which is a station casino. If you're heading out to Red Rock to maybe go do some hiking or sightseeing, you can go to the Red Rock Casino, and they have several other places, so you can just Google station casinos and see where they have different locations. And playing on videopoker.com helps you figure out how to play things before you actually go into this casino, so you have a little bit of a head start knowing what to do. So let's just start playing, and then you can see what I mean by a way. All right, so on my first hit, I bet 35 cents, so 7 times 5, 35, and I won in several different combinations. The B and C hit for 6. I hit 2 B's, so that paid me 10. 1 C paid me 1, and 3 hits on the ABC. That's this, so that paid me for 3. So I got 2 B's that paid 10, so I got 22 credits for this. So let's keep playing so you can see how this wins. And like any other game that I've talked to you about, you can play in any different combination you want. You always bet max in any game. I cannot stress this enough. If you don't bet max, you won't win the max. And I'm going to play one round of this, and then I'm going to show you again. If you just bet 1, which is a nickel, the only way you're going to win is if you hit the ABC combination. So then if you bet another one, then you'll only hit the ABC or the AB. So for 35 cents, there's no reason for you to not play all, max credits. And the same thing goes for slot machines. Don't go to a dollar machine and play 1 credit, because if it's, you won't ever hit the jackpot. You will never be eligible for the jackpot on any machine if you don't play max credits. So if you can't afford to play a dollar machine and play max credits on it, then go to a penny machine or go to a 25-cent machine and play the maximum credits. Otherwise, you're just losing your money, and you're not going to be happy. And also, never play to win. Play to have fun. Because if you play to win and then you sit there and you shovel your money in and you don't hit anything big, you're going to come away disappointed. So make sure you're never betting more than you can afford to bet. Don't bet over your head, and just have a good time. So that's the basic premise of the 2-4-6 way. Later on, I'll play some more, and if I hit something big, I'll add it to this video. But I just wanted to give you an idea of how to play this. And now we're going to go on to look at 3-6-9 way. Okay, moving on to 3-6-9 way. This is the game I like to play when I go to the casinos. And on a 35-cent bet, I have won as much as $300. So, again, not life-changing money, but enough to bankroll you for another couple of days of gaming. And if you win the jackpot, you can win 10,000 credits. But you're playing nickels, so it's not a huge amount of money, but it's certainly enough to make you happy. Maybe you can go out to a fancy dinner or whatever. So, like the 246 poke of Keno, it's the same concept except you're playing 3 numbers in each way instead of 2. Now with the 246, you're going to hit more smaller amounts because you only have to hit 6 numbers in order to win the maximum amount. So if you want to have a lot of smaller hits, then play 246. If you want to go for a little more money, you play 4369. Let's give it a shot and see how we do here. And just like 246, you can play any combination of numbers you want. Now I hit 3 numbers here, and so I got 48 credits, and then a few other smaller hits, so I got 56 credits for a 7 credit bet. And we're just going to play a little bit to see how that goes. Once again, if you are playing and your numbers aren't hitting, a couple of things you can do. You bet max, you hit a race, and then you go to a different pattern. This is a pattern that I like to play, and it works well for me. But you can play, you see how up here there's a lot of clusters. Well, some people are tempted to say, oh look, all these numbers are hitting, so they'll go up to here to play, and then those numbers don't come up anymore. I'll show you what I mean. So let's say we do 1, 2, 3. So now the numbers that we were playing down here seem to be hitting. So there's no rhyme or reason to it. And there's not a conspiracy either. It's not like the machine is looking at your numbers and saying, oh, I'm not going to hit those numbers, because it's all random. And once again, if you're at a machine and it's not hitting your numbers, you can reset it by trying a different group of numbers, or you can cash it out, put your money back in, and that sometimes will reset the machine. But if it's not a friendly machine, if it's just not paying out, it's time to move on. So we'll play a few more rounds here, and then if we don't hit anything, we'll move on to a different set of numbers. Okay, so we have 3 A's here. So that paid us 48. All right, now we're going to go on to look at Superway Keno and see how that works. Okay, now we're moving on to Superway Poker. And same concept, you bet 7. So if you're playing nickel machine, it's still a 35-cent bet. But in this case, you have to get 4 A's, 3 B's, and 2 C's to get the big kahuna. And I don't know if I see the allure of this particular game because, it's the same thing, except if you want to hit on the A's, you have to get 1 more A, but then you get 1 less C. I don't know. I don't play it, but I'm just showing it to you in case you want to give it a try. So let's start playing it and see if how we do here. And another thing I want to say about any type of gambling or gaming, as they like to call it here in Las Vegas, is that never bet more than you can afford to comfortably lose, because the thing here is to play to have fun. And if you hit something big, or if you come away with a little more money than you started, then that should be the goal. Never bet because you're trying to win big money, because most of the time you're not going to win the hundreds of thousands of dollars that you might see. And anytime you're playing any game, whether it's a slot machine or video poker, if you don't bet max, you're not going to win the max. So if you're playing on a dollar machine and you can't afford, let's say it's a three coin game. If you can't afford to play $3 at a pull, don't play that machine. Go down to a quarter machine where it might cost you $1.25 for a 5-line win. And if you can't afford quarters, go down to nickels or go down to pennies. But don't play a machine if you're not going to play the maximum number of credits, because you just aren't going to win. So I'm not winning a whole lot here on this super way. But I'm going to continue to play all 3 games, and if I get a big win, I'll include it in this video. And sometime soon I'll go over to the casino and play on a casino machine so you could see what it looks like versus playing for play money here. Okay, well, I got 19 on that one, so I hit all the categories, but not for anything big. And as I said, erase, try something different. Let's see if we have any other luck doing that. Another thing I found out, by the way, is like you'll see a lot of clusters hitting here. But then if I go up there and start playing them, they won't hit anymore. So you see how now it's down here where I was playing before. And that just seems to be the way it goes. So this is Patty Malloy for Positively Vegas saying, I hope all your wins are jackpots.